Here we go. It is Wildcard Wednesday, and I am truly hoping that. Let's kind of cut my head off a little bit. Let's just do a little adjust. That's better. We are working on a different project tonight. It's going to be one of exploration, trying to figure out how I want to do things, and I just want to do a quick sound check. And Brian's here, so something must be working. Well, hello, Brian. I assume and trust sound is good. Let me know. There is no music playing in the background until I can get the music on a different channel than the in-channel emotes and shit coming up. I want to be able to split them onto their own sound channels. I'll work on that over the next few days. I am going to give an introduction. What you see on screen is a map that I created, I think back in 2011, maybe 2013, because I see 2013 as a date at the top there. And I did it for TSR Magazine. It was their first magazine that they did with their relaunch. And I was honoured to be invited to create a map that was an accompaniment to one of their articles, which was the history of role-playing games. If I remember rightly, James Carpio wrote the article, and I could be wrong, but I think it was him. And the theme that he went with was one of TSR at the heart of the galaxy, and he explained this sort of explosion or bands of other games that came off from the original Dungeons and Dragons. And I thought, I'm going to run with that, and I'm going to create like this map, this planetary map that has all of the names that he listed in the article going out by year. And it ended up, I think, looking pretty beautiful. I was really okay with it. We're now 8 years on. Feels like a lifetime ago. We are going to create another version of this map. But before I do that, I need to kind of figure out if I want to approach this a little bit differently. And part of me is yes, and part of me is no. The yes is I kind of maybe want to do some of the labeling differently. I like the whole concept of doing these little planets, so to speak, or moons. I might make them smaller. We're going to make the canvas bigger. And of course, I need to do 8 more bands coming out. What have we got? 2013 each side? Yeah. I need to do 8 more bands coming out. In fact, what have we got here? It goes 94. If this is 94, we've got it skips. So is it skipping 5 years at a time? It does like 2 bands and then 5 years. So I guess I'm going to come out to 2023, and there just won't be anything on those outside edges in the last couple of bands. But I think that's okay. Font size is maybe a little smaller. Planet size is definitely smaller. Otherwise, stylistically, I kind of want to do something very, very similar. And I'm thinking about actually keeping all of this in the background in its own layer. In fact, let's take a look about how I actually did my layers on this one, shall we? Hey, Julius, good to see you. Hey, Alex, good to see you. And Jennifer Glazer is here. Is this posted on my Discord channel? This would be interesting to take a closer look at. Is what, the map itself? No, it was in the past, but I'll share it. Are you talking about like this itself? Are you talking about the map itself? I don't know. Yeah, maybe, kinda, sorta. I shared this map with my patrons a while ago, and will do so again. But has this particular map been shared on the Discord? I don't think so. But anyway, so that's what we're doing. I'm going to actually... So we've got a lot of labels, clearly. And We got a white border. Okay. Okay, let's just turn that off. We got our concentric circles. Very nice. Okay. Let's leave that on for now. We've got dotted lines. What are the dotted lines? I don't know. We'll leave them off. They don't seem to be doing anything. They don't do anything. Just turn it off and pretend that you didn't see anything. Yeah, okay. I'm not sure if I'm going to do these big labels. It was clear that James had he had this sort of Chaosium group here. He's got a White Wolf group, and I kind of like that. But I've got a much bigger list of games that I want to drop in here now, like much bigger. So we're going to have to play around with the best way to group these together without it becoming an absolutely cluster F. You know what I'm saying? So, hello. Is this posted on your Discord channel? This would be interesting to take a closer look at. I will poke Zach. Why would you poke Zach? This has got nothing to do with Zach. I'm confused by that. This map I did for TSR magazine back in 2013. It there was a poster. I own a poster of this. It was, of course, in the TSR magazine #1. But I'm going to also post this original on my Discord channel so people could take a look at it. Outside of that, I'm not sure what to say, but I'm not sure if Zach was ever involved. Hey, Forrest, good to see you. Good to see you. Music is turned off today, folks. I don't know if I should turn music off. If you want the music back on, let me know and I'll put the music back on. But we just won't hear the little sort of emote things at play. Let me know. Oh, Zach being one of the patrons. He may not have it because I think he became a patron after I shared this. I shared this last year. I'm pretty sure. It might be in the archive folder. But honestly, if he doesn't have it, let me know. I will post this into Discord. That's not a problem. Isn't poking Zach how he ended up dead in certain maps? Bingo. Pex is building a wardrobe. You do you, my friend. You do you. Okay, so what do we got here? We got stripes. Oh, these are the vertical things. Okay. I do like the stripes. I do think we're going to start with stripes. And then, of course, we've got our blue backgrounds right here. Whoa, doesn't that look different? By the way, the colour scheme on this, I don't know what you think, but I really like this. Shades of blues and greys. I was a big fan of how this turned out. I'm not going to dick about with that too much. I am thinking about this nice little heart of yellow right here. But otherwise, I just love the colour scheme that I did. Even 8 years ago. I guess I did something right. What I am going to do, though, is take all of this. I'm going to put it in a folder. I'm going to call it old. Because then we can keep reference to it. I could turn it on. But then I could just go poof. Gone. As we work on the new one, okay? And you know what? Let's do a file save as. And we are going to save this. And then, you know what? Let's keep this here. Let's call it RPG Star Map Volume 2. Okay. Exactly, Forrest. Blue and yellow are really good complementary colours. I like how this looks because it definitely looks like, you know, obviously Dungeons and Dragons is the heart of the universe. I really like that. It complements the blue extremely well. And I think the greys and the blues as a general canvas, I think looks pretty sweet. I don't know what font, by the way, I used on that. We might change the font. So, canvas size. I feel like I need to put music on the go. Should I put music on the go? Should I do music? This, by the way, is much smaller than I would normally do. So, I normally draw at least double the size of the final print. And so, I'm thinking about at least doubling this right now as our base canvas size. Checking our DPI, we'll probably make sure we're around 450-ish, just for some good print quality. And then I want to make it wider. maybe taller. I think I'm going to work with multiples of letter sized, or A4 to Alex Vixen. A4 is slightly bigger than letter. This seems like this would be a better program for a text-heavy layout. It seems that that would be better. Oh, you're talking about music? Yeah, we could do music. Pex, don't worry about it. We'll figure it out. I know I shared it. I have shared it with folks in the past. I'm gonna turn the music volume down. You are all gonna have to tell me if the music is too loud, okay? But let's put someone in the background while we're dicking about, so to speak. Ba 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 ba. What am I doing? Okay. Oh, wrong one. We want social of the medias and royalty free music. There we go. Let's get a little music going in the background. And please do let me know if this ends up being too loud. I can turn it down a little bit if it's too much. It's not a problem. Okay. Size. So let's do some quick math here. So if we normally would do 8.5 by 11, right? And I want to double that in each direction, then we're dealing with 17 by 22. That is our minimum. It's already larger than that. 17 by 22 would be 4 up, like a fold out map. That would blow up to a larger size, by the way, quite comfortably to print at poster size. Do I do 17 by 20? I'm tempted to go larger. I'm tempted, honestly, to do like 34 by 44. You know, something crazy like that. Like go big or go home. Yeah, Adobe InDesign. InDesign, Illustrator, yes. But I'm used to Photoshop. I gotta be honest with you. And I think for the background materials and everything else I'm doing, I think I'm just gonna wrestle with Photoshop on it. The text will become an issue with Photoshop. But I can also just do everything bar the text and then move into another program, you know. But we'll figure it out. It'll be okay. If I could get this result, the old result, on my old machine 8 years ago, my new machine, which is infinitely better, we should be able to handle it. It'll be okay. And we've handled way more labels than this, just in the Teagle, just in Teagle itself. Hundreds of layers or things, so we should be okay. So okay, how about we just go freaking big? Oh, what did I do? I did something wrong there. We do 34 by 44. Like nuts. Let's just go freaking nuts. I'm talking about my new machine and everything. Well, let's see how much it can handle. I mean, Necropolis is like 80 inches long or something. It's like 60 inches by 80 inches. This is half the size of Necropolis, so we should be okay. We should be okay. Go big, go home, right? So, image. What's our image? What's our DPI? Okay, so our DPI is actually pretty darn low. I think I'm going to update stuff at 450. I don't want to stretch this image, so I'm going to do a canvas size, I think. And then I'll do the 450 DPI, and then I'll do a canvas size. And we'll let it sit here while it's processing. Ring bearer medium. Yeah, you can transform. Ring bearer. That was. I used to love ring bearer. Okay. Okay. Well, why didn't someone tell me? Try that out. I just ramped it down. There's no point having super low latency if people aren't going to talk to me about the volume of music. Okay. So now... canvas size. And we agreed that this was going to be a whopping 44 wide by 34. Okay. Oh, look at that. I actually had some spillover outside of the area I was drawing. Interesting. Okay, okay. So we are gonna make... Is this right? This ratio seems off. Did I do something wrong here? 8.5 doubled is 17. Doubled is 34. Whoops. 11, 22, 44. That's what I did. This seems... Doesn't this seem like an odd aspect ratio for what I just did? Ah, there it is. Did a typo. Don't know why it's doing weird rounding. There we go. There we go. That feels better. Okay, 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 okay. And I'm not gonna make the old bigger. It's just gonna take up resources for no reason. I just want to have the old here so we can zoom in on it, remind ourselves about how I drew something like all those whiles ago, and go from there. I am gonna give it a black background. I'll probably put this on the top, and I might play with having a little bit of the black bleed through or vice versa. But we're gonna start there. So new. Oh, in fact, if this is my background. So, background 1. Poof. Background 2, I'm gonna just quickly dabble on that. Already taking shape. Now, how many of these vertical rules do we need? What are we dealing with here? If I did from... Looks like we did 74. When? Actually, so I got this from PEX. This is like everything. These are our games right here, and I want to try and get most of them on here. Can I not sort this by year? Well, that's going to be a bit of a pain in the ass. Really? Pex, I thought you said I could sort this thing. Tarnished Knight. Well, there's a $1 billion question. I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you right now. But first, you know what? Let's just go to Dungeons and Dragons. Dungeons and Dragons, blah, 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 blah. When did it come out? First published in 1974. Okay. So... that is why we got 74 at the beginning. So, okay, so this must be the band. The band is 74. This band must be What? How about we make it? I'm jumping up in like these weird 5-year increments, so 2.5-year increments. How about I make a rule of doing 2-year increments or something? That might be more bars. Yeah, Pex, but you're missing the point. I want to sort all of the games by year. Hovering over that doesn't do that. Gives me a bit of blur, but it doesn't actually allow me to sort by year. Because if I want to do all my games in the center and start coming out by year, I can't do that. I'm just going to have to come through this list alphabetically, put them on the map, looking at the year for what band they fall in. But it's fine. It's a small thing. It's just bitching. Tarnish Knight. In fact, I haven't updated the info thing too. Pex, disable the info command. In 2013, I think it was Gygax magazine launched issue 1, and they asked me to do a map that matched an article they were writing that was the history of games, role-playing games. And because their article spoke in terms of the cosmology of role-playing games, I decided that a map would be brilliant if it was an accompanying star system. And so this was the 2013 version of the evolution of games, so to speak, from the heart of Dungeons and Dragons out, somewhat grouped, sometimes by system or company, and coming out by year. Just almost like the explosion, like the Big Bang. That's kind of was the inspiration for this, the Big Bang. And we've kind of got these waves coming out. Well, I asked Pex to disable info, instead he typed info. Awesome. But that's what we're doing. But what we're doing now is this strictly speaking belongs to Gygax magazine, right? Which I think they hit issues and it stops. It's not a thing now. I'm going to redo a new one because this does belong to them, and I'm going to bring it current. Depending on I might do 2-year increments or something. I think that might be too much. It might be too many bars, but maybe 4-year increments or something. We'll figure it out. That's partly what we're doing today. But then that will be ours. That'll be ours, and we'll be bringing it up to 2021, maybe 2022, right? So I am making this larger. The canvas is much bigger. It'll be poster-sized, absolute in all of its glory. And we will reimagine certain parts of it, like making the moons a little smaller or whatever. But that's what we're doing. And right now, I want to figure out what my scale is going to be. This one, each band is 2.5 years. Which is odd. But it's going up in 5s each time. I don't know why. Maybe, I don't know why I chose that. But I kind of like the 79, 84, 89, 94, 99, 2004, 2009, 2017, 13, 2017, 2021. I mean, that would be kind of cool. That would actually hit 2021 nicely, actually. Versus 2000, 2004, 2008, 2012, 2016. I wonder what would be best. 5-year increments, 4-year increments. Forrest said maybe you could have grouped games set up as moons, planets. I like that idea. No, quite a bit. Exactly, that type of thing. I didn't really have a theme with this previous one. Outside of White Wolf had a couple of shadowy moons, I had big moons to begin with, but they got smaller and smaller and smaller as you go out because I was running out of space. I think in my head, the big ones near the center were meant to be more of the core games, you know, our core planets. But I prefer more like planet moons. I like that. We'll play around with that theme. We'll make it a little bit more purposeful. Alright, so if our map is 44 inches across, what's the best way of doing this? How many bands do we actually need? Let's start there. Strega, I don't know, but I mean, look, if we get more than this and we bring it current, then we're doing a good job, aren't we? I think we could play around with it, though, Forrest. I think we could. 1, 2. Well, actually, let's just count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33. 33? Alright, well, math time again. Strega, yes we are. And I have a list of role-playing games here, a lot of which are not on this map. And we're going to add them. We're going to add them. And it goes on and on and on. I don't know what, like, if we're going to add every single one. Like a German version. I know, we'll see. We'll see. Alright, so what did I say the word? 33 or something? I've completely missed my count. But, so we're going to have bars. We're 44 inches across. Okay. If I did half increments, so yeah, the half-inch increments would be too much, because you would end up like crazy around. So what if I did 1-inch increments? You would end up with 44 bars. Is 44 bars enough? I think it might even be too much, because 44 bars from 74 would then go 79, 84, 89. 94, 99, 2004, 2009, 2013, 2000, and obviously I missed something in there, 14, 19, and then theoretically 2023, 23. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's only 22 bars. I'm doing something wrong. How would I... What? How? Oh, because I did increments. I did 2.5 year increments. So that's 11, which would actually be 22 bars, which would actually be 44 bars. That would be 44 bars at 2.5 year increments, and we are 44 inches wide. Then that's what we're going to do, half-inch bars. That's perfect. That is literally too perfect. Earth Dawn will absolutely... You know, when did Earth Dawn come out? Did I have Earth Dawn on the first one? Earth Dawn, 1993. Alright, well if we look at our little map here, did I not have Earth Dawn? didn't have Earth Dawn on this map. I've played Earth Dawn. It's a nice system. I can't believe I don't have it on this map. Alright. See, we could add the new Cyberpunk too. There are a lot of titles that will get onto this map. Princess Draga is 44 inches across, ginormous. Yes, it is. Okay, so now we've determined that we can do half-inch increments for this. There's going to be a better way of doing this. There is a better way of doing this. I'm trying to evaluate if I want to do it to demonstrate. I'm really tempted to show you how to do, well, not a grid, but lined in Photoshop, lined paper, so to speak. Do I want to? Do I want to? Let's just decide how thick our rules are going to be, and then I'm going to show you a quick, well, it's not even really a quick way of doing it, but it's an efficient way of doing it. I'm gonna switch to white real fast, and we're gonna just do a practice layer. How thick are our lines going to be? And we'll just do hard round right here, and maybe like 50 pixels is going to be too much. Let's try 20. Will 20 pixels be too thick? And this is why I'm going to show you why I'm doing this in a moment. I'm thinking about making our lines 20 pixels. Okay, so this is why. We're going to do a file, new. Jonathan, you have nothing to apologize for. Nothing to apologize for. Brian, I don't know if we're going to do all, because we'll be here a long time. But let's just say more than this one, and we're bringing it current, okay? So just more. Probably double the amount of what we had on the original. This map, Jonathan, we're bringing it current to 2021. That's our Wednesday project. How do you like them apples? Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do the lines, and I'm going to show you how I'm going to do it, because I'm going to do a custom fill style. Our map in the background is 450 pixels per inch, okay? Which means that 225 pixels is half an inch. So if we do, and I'll just do it, you don't have to make this square. I do need to match 450 DPI. I think I need to match the DPI too. Alright. If I now, do I want to do white? We can do white and then make it any color we want after the fact. I'm just going to do white for now. Let's skip that. Let's try that again. Let's see if this works. All. Okay, then what we do is we do. What is it? What menu is this on there? Define pattern, and we'll call it vertical rule 20 pix. Now, if I come back over here, this may not work, but we're going to try it out. And I do a fill, but it is a pattern fill. And I pick our vertical rule 20 picks. There. Now I might have made that too small, so I might need to double that size. But that's how we can get our vertical rules that easy. I think I did make it half the size that I need to make it. So I'm just going to make another pattern. We're going to do exactly the same all over. That's how you can get a grid and you can get lines in your Photoshop. You just create a fill. But I do think I made them too small. So, did I though? Because we need 44. It was 44 across, right? 44 across. Yeah, so I think, just looking at it, just eyeballing it, I think that's too many. So let's just hide that. We're going to make another one. Jonathan, please do. Please do. And then once you do it, I'll read it out loud. Oh, we're talking about coffee and pita bread somehow. I love good pita. Jonathan, I don't have a tasty drink, not yet, but I'm going to after the stream. I'm trying to cut down on my drinking a little bit. Oh. And next week and the week after, I'm doing a cleanse. No food for 2 weeks after this Sunday coming up. Isn't that going to be a fun time? Stregger, this one has lines. We're doing lines like this. I'm not doing that version with and without lines. This has lines, but you'll notice that I cut away the lines. I blend them out to a large degree. We're going to do the same process. I want the lines. Alright, so this was 250 pixels across, right? 225. So, okay, let's try this again. This time we're going to do 450 pixels across at 450 dpi. I can't see this working. So we'll do both and we'll see what happens. Because this is going to be 450 pixels across right here. Oh, let's do all. Edit, define pattern. We'll call this 450 pics. Yeah, well, we'll see what happens. Alright. So this one, we're going to do a fill. The pattern is this one. And then we're going to count them up just to make sure. You see, I think that looks better, but let's make sure of that. Brian, no food for 2 weeks. It's basically, it is lemon juice, water, cayenne pepper, and maple syrup. And you just drink that anytime that you're hungry. Cleanses the whole system. I've done it before. I've done it 3 times, I want to say, over the years. Cleanses the system. And I've drank a lot of alcohol recently, so it would be good to cleanse that out of me. Nice little flip side is I'll lose a little bit of weight, and I definitely need to. So you might see me getting a little bit gaunt over the next couple of weeks, but that's not going to be a bad thing. We're going to record it all. I've done it 2 or 3 times now, so totally doable. Jack is not doing it this time, so there will be a smell of food in the air while I'm starving myself. Forrest, I'm going to check what you're saying in a second. Alright, so Jonathan has just said something in the chat that is relevant. I want to bring your attention to it. This Saturday, 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific time, Jonathan and I are guesting for Hold the Line Virtual Convention. Check us out. I don't know what we're going to be talking about, but Jonathan and I are never short of things to talk about to each other. Stregger, thank you so much. I appreciate it. A little bit podgier in the face over this last COVID year. A little bit podgier in the belly. But a cleanse will just do me good. Also, you should see about week 2 into this, start to bring up my complexion a it really starts to come through in the skin. Anyway, Forrest says, layer, new fill layer, solid color. You could use that to make a full color background. Double click the layer to change the color. It will take up less memory. Are you talking about instead of having this? Alright, well, let's try it. Layer, new fill layer, solid color. Oh, you could do a pattern too. I'm going to play around with this, aren't I? Solid color. I'll just call it that for now. What is my color? Well, we'll do... why won't you let me do this color? Oh, you said I could then change the color. Okay, so we'll just do grey then, I guess. Okay. Okay. So confident am I in what you're teaching me here that I am going to throw this away. I'm going to throw that away. What did I do? What did I do? I don't know what I'm doing. I'm going to cancel out of that. So can I now... Oh, did I just get rid of the colour that I wanted to actually colour swatch off? I bloody did. Hold on a sec. So that takes up less memory, huh? Well, just like that. And so are you saying that I could... Oops, I don't need to do that. Alright, well, let's do it again. Layer, new fill layer, pattern this time, I think. Where's my pattern? Does it ask me for pattern if I do this? Whoa! Alright. I am all about learning stuff. I've done this on because it gives you an ability to scale the background. But okay, so we've got that, which means we don't need these. You just taught everyone something new. Thank you. That's awesome. Let's make sure that we've got enough things. I said I needed 44 of these, right? 1, 2, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44. And I'll probably get rid of the white line right in the edge there. We have 44 lines. That's a little solid slice of magic right there. Well, you know, I figure if it's a fill layer solid and a fill layer pattern, maybe they both take less resources. I'm down with it. I'm down with it. Okay, so let's just... I'm going to throttle this pattern fill back a little bit. We'll name them in a moment, but I'm just going to give it a little bit of opacity so it's not... Can I do that with this? Will it let me do opacity? It's not let me do opacity. Interesting. So why won't it let me do opacity on that then? What up with that, home skillet? Oh, it lets me do angles. I could abuse the shit out of that. Why can't I do opacity? I don't want to put some layer effects on that. Painting black on the off channel. Okay, we'll do that. We'll do that. But for now, I want to be able to actually Get thee away from me, Satan. Just make them soft down the eye. Change the colour to a soft blue or grey. In fact, let's just hide that for a moment. Oh, you see, it won't even hide. Hold on a sec. I'm a dope. I am a freaking dope. I still had the bloody other layer going on. I am a dope. We don't need that. That can go away. Sorry. I thought I was going freaking crazy. Especially when I did hide the layer and it was like, no, still here. Hello. Okay, so let's just hide it now. What's the next stage? We've got our gradients. And the hiding the layer, and I'm going to do that as part of the whole general masking, because I want to actually feather out some of these lines. So we'll come across that. I don't need to do that right now. So I think I'm going to mark the center of this thing. I'm going to mark the center just with some guides. And then I think we'll get some concentric circles going on. And I'm going to make them just, for now, solid, pretty thick concentric circles. It looks like here I went with, let's say 50 pixels, 30, 15, 5 type of deal. So we'll do something similar. Yeah. So let's get the center marked. And that appeared over here. If we are 44 inches across and 22 is our center, right? And how tall were we? 34, so 17 inches on the horizontal. That's our center. Wow, TSR is almost dead on right there. Okay, that is going to be where TSR is located. Concentric circles. How many concentric circles do we want to do? We did 1, 2, 3, 4 on the last one. Were these coming out any type of distance regularly? What we got? 1, 2, 3, 4-ish. 1, 2, 3, 4-ish. 1, 2. That one's only 3, so that's weird. But maybe, so 4 is 20 years. So they were, not 20 years, what the frick am I talking about? Is it every 10 years? 5, 10, about every 10 years. Okay, we could do something similar, right? Ish. See what it looks like. Let's see what it looks like. Go on then, Forrest. Have you got a hint for drawing concentric circles that are absolutely got an origin of the centre of this map? I actually don't know how I did it the last time. I can't remember. Unless I eyeballed it, which is distinctly possible. Because if I know how many years I want to span, I can create a circle that way and approximate its position, I guess. But if you've got any bright ideas for how to draw a circle that is centered on my map of a certain width, let me know in the chat. Otherwise, I'm just going to draw a circle. Not by hand. That would be weird. Shape tools. I have never used the freaking shape tools in Photoshop, so I'm not even sure if there's a... There we go. Let's draw some leaf trees. shapes of these? I just want a circle. Oh, you talking about over here? Rectangle, ellipse, like that type of thing? We are, everyone, amongst greatness. I'm actually going to put that back. So we were coming out about every 4, right? See, I could do that, but it's actually snapped, but it's kind of snapped to the wrong position, so I would have to move this. But if I was coming out 2 bars, which means I would have to come out 4 bars. Oops, shit, that's not gonna work. Jonathan, I know. Nice. No, I'm screwing that up. Let's take them out. Let's get rid of that. Make it right, cat's ass of it. I don't think it's that. Circle tool, hold shift, and alt at the same time, and the circle will snap to the origin. Get the hell out. Get the hell out. Really? Really? This is the type of shit I forget because I don't do it enough. Alright. Shift and alt, you said. Get out. Did you say shift and alt? Hold shift and alt at the same time. Well, that's not snapping to my origin, is it? I think that got it by just snapping to the guides. And I am holding shift and alt right now. I'm struggling to see my lines. 1, 2, 3, 4. Am I coming out 4? I forget. Am I coming out 4? I feel like that's not quite even. I feel like it's positioned to the left, and yet I can't figure out why. Oh, maybe that's okay. No, it's not. It's kind of off from that side. That's weird. I guess it's off a little bit there too, so I could make it larger. It's definitely snapped to the center. Well, I guess that's our pattern. I should move the pattern. Okay, I'm moving the pattern. Can I move? I can. Because the pattern was positioned to the left of center because of the way I created it. Come on. One more. I'm kind of liking that. Okay. Where's my circle gone? So my circle is now touching those lines nicely. So that means our center Hex, if you think about it, I don't draw many circles. Forrest says, and on the toolbar at the top left, you can set the color and the width of the line. I'm liking the cut of your jib, sir. Since you're at 450 dpi, you're going to need a pretty thick line. Damn diddly. Damn diddly, we will. Alright, well, let's see for shits and giggles. I need to make that line bigger. Hold on, I need to make that line bigger. Can I... How do I edit that line now? How do I edit that line? Can I transform that line? Okay, I can. I want to make that out to here. I kind of fucked something up. But that should still be circular. And on those lines. We'll do the next one better, I promise you. We still have that intact. I'm actually just, I'm going to hide the old thing just for a moment. Welcome to the Cartography channel. Here we are exploring advanced techniques for how to draw a circle on a blue background. You're welcome. This is Alyssa Faden, and I guest star at various conventions around the country. In October, I'm going to GameholeCon, and I'm going to run a seminar for drawing a circle in Photoshop. I expect a full crowd, and maybe 1 or 2 bored people and screaming kids. Let's stick about with this circle. You said, and in the top left, I could make the thing thicker. How do I make the thing thicker? You said in the... My height and width aren't the same. Should I be worried by this? Should I be worried about this thing here? I feel like I should be. I'm going to make that 8. I'm going to make this 8. I feel like something happened. Well, now that's too big. It was 8. Why did it go to 1816? Oh, hold a minute. There we go, and that endeth the class. I tell you what, me drawing the bloody Death Star, we're going to be here for a decade or more. Need bloody quicker tools than this. Will there be an essay assignment for the crowd? Yes, there will, Julius, and you're not allowed to attend because you know more than the actual teacher. Anyway, you said that I could now make this thicker. I has it confused. How do I make it thicker? Where do I do that? You said things. You said lots of things. What did you say? You said, modify the properties of the circle. Have the layer with the circle on it selected. Then go to Windows Properties. You did tell me. Okay, Windows Properties. Well, I've got that. Okay, I've got Windows Properties. You could change its dimensions, location, and other properties. Yeah, but I'm not seeing... Oh, wait a minute. There's more in here. There's more. Hold on. There's a lot more in here. Shit. Okay. Here's the stroke and stuff. You can't kid a kidder. You're welcome, girl. See, isn't this a relaxed time? We're going to do this every Wednesday. Wacky Wednesdays. Wacky... What did I actually call this stream? Wildcard. Wacky Wildcard Wednesdays with Alyssa. Anyway, I'm going to do a stroke. 10 pixels. Okay, so I have no idea how thick I want to make this thing. Like, at all. But we can change it. We could change it. So... We have power now. You see this? Power. And you see the effect that the power's having on me already? You teach me one thing, how to draw a bloody circle in Photoshop, and I'm already destroying the whole known world. Anyway, we will start with baby steps. I don't know, 60? I'm guessing. Oh, but I don't want dotted. Dotted's stupid. But actually, knowing I could do dashed lines on this, are you effing kidding me right now? That's cool. No, that feels about right, because we're gonna weather it. We're gonna weather this, to use a diorama term. I'm thinking if we go thinner and thinner and thinner, 60, 40, 20 type of deal. I don't know. Maybe that's too thick? Thank you, Alex Vixen. Yes. Wacky Wildcard Wednesday with What's Her Face. That's going on the next thumbnail. And Jonathan's just running with the sexual punendos. You see, Pex, that's why I told you to get rid of the info, because Jonathan just typed the info. He always types the info. I knew it was wrong. Jonathan, I had Pex turn it off because it was wrong. And I didn't want you to expose how wrong it was. So there. Anyway, let me very quickly kind of put this to one side. I'm going to hide it real quick, and I'm going to bring back the old one back. Relative to the map, do you see how I kind of, I call this weathering, but it's probably got another, I aged, weathered, rusted, I don't know, I erased half the bloody circle. But relatively speaking to the size of the map, that's a pretty big circle. That's pretty thick. That's what she said. Not sure if that's too thick. Kind of feeling that it is. I can change them. I can change them so easy. I'm not going to worry about it. Let's get the other circles on there and let's see how it goes. Forest Roads works for a layout for a newspaper. Right on. Learn to use methods. Let me make changes quickly. You stick around in the channel. I'm going to tap you for lots of information, because editors, sales reps never know what they want. Now, I appreciate it. I forget more than I remember on Photoshop. Like, you teach me something like that, and I always forget the key combinations and stuff. But the more I do it, the more I will go to it for that particular tool set. So I appreciate it. I'm learning something all of the time. Actually, yes, Forrest, for texturing the circles, please do. Please do. I haven't got there yet, but I am very interested in what you have to say, sir. I'm doing another freaking circle while you're doing that. Alright, and I'm gonna come out, what, like another 4? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, I could actually... Hold on a minute. I'm a freaking pro. This is gonna be 16 by 16. And I'm gonna make this just be 40. I did that one all on my own. I didn't even cheat and look at the screen to figure out what keys to press. I did that. Me. Right here. Would have been using Photoshop 10 years. Just drew a circle. 2 of them. Uh-huh. I'm going to do another circle. I'm going to do another circle while we wait on the beloved, awesome, to teach us how to do crazy things with circles. The chat is out of control. When Forrest actually gives me advice, no one type over that, okay? I need to see it. I need to see how to supervise. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4. And honestly, at this point, I could just do my own stuff here, right? So we've got 24. I could just do like a mini circle. Because I am too smart. Alright, what if we did 20? I'm going to hit save. I'm going to hit save because I am on an effing roll. The description of this video is going to be Alyssa Faden draws, it's not going to be 3, it's going to be 4 or 5 or maybe 6 circles on her own with moderate assistance from the crowd. Alex, isn't this crazy? Right? Like, this is definitely slower in some ways, like, you know, drawing an outer circle and then stepping in, you know, contracting that circle. But this is way more precise. This is, I am jazzed by what's going on here. This is way more precise. There's no way I used circles 10 years ago on the original map. Not like this. No way I use shapes. And if I did, then apparently my brain just has melted over the last 8 years or so, and I have gone backwards in my learning. But I don't think I did, so I don't know how I did the last ones. Okay, because you want to be able to change the width or perhaps the diameter, you could make that part independent of the transparency of their transparency by placing all of the circles in a folder, adding a mask to the circle, then using a brush to copy pasting a texture onto the mask. Yeah, I like that idea. I don't use masks enough. That's another thing. And I think if you're going to be in the channel, I'm going to have to start using masks, because I'm just going to start feeling like a right noob sucking on a freaking thumb. You know, I'm going to have to step up my game, clearly. 2021 is the birth of Alyssa Faden and Photoshop, bitches. We're doing it. Yeah, add a mask to the folder containing the circles. No, but I get it. I get it. No, I get it. I could see doing something like that. Now, how many more of these do I want to do? And I could even just duplicate this and then make it larger. But what do we got? We want 1, 2, 3, 4. That's one more. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 more. And if we want to have a little circle coming along the edge there, maybe 3 more. But you've shown, honestly, now if I wanted to actually, you know, change these in some way, you've shown me how to do them very quickly. I've not drunk with power yet, but I am getting darn close to it. I am only held in check by the realization that I know nothing, Jon Snow. Anyway, let's do another one. I don't want to use the pen. Let's do another one. And I'm going to now abuse this thing, because we were at... What were we at? There was 8, 16, 24. Did I just delete one? I feel like I just deleted one. Did I do something weird with it? How did I do that? Alright, let's take that back. But it's pretty, huh? You see, I get drunk in power and I screw something up. Did I resize this? Is that what I did? First, it's already saving me time. It's saved me time and it's making the map better, so I truly appreciate that. I am on the circle tool, right? Yeah. Alright. Well, why is that one not... Oh, I'm not pressing the right buttons. You see that? See that? Now I'm pressing the right ones. Alright. Now with that one... Okay, we've got 8, 16, 24, 32. You watch me be a real freaking... Oh, it went wrong. It went wrong. Why did it go wrong? Why did it move? Why did it move on me? Why did that one go wonky? Am I not zoomed out enough? Why would it shift position in resizing that? You can add a new circle onto the same layer with the old circle. Yeah, I'm actually not making new layers. It's doing that itself. Like, here I am on Eclipse 3. I click on the center and just draw. And this is going to create a new one. So it automatically created a new one for itself. Alright, see, that one didn't move this time. No, it did move. It did move. Why is it moving? I'm not moving that. It's moving itself after I resize it. I mean, I could manually put it in position, but that just strikes me as odd. Is it because I'm getting close to the edges? Tell me how it's easy to fix. Oh, Sensei. Oh no, I just screwed up on. Don't do that. No, don't do that. Why are you doing that? Stop doing that. I want to move this. I want to move it. Oh, from having so much power. I think, no, I just screwed something up. No, I want 4. It won't move. It won't move. Make it move. You think it's measuring the width from the top, right, not the center. I gotcha. So it's kind of wigging the hell out. This won't move. Can I do that and move this? Okay. Okay, and that snapped, and that snapped. So there we go. But I want to make that narrower, don't I? Shall we try a 10? Is 10 going to be too thin? I'm wondering about actually making these... I'm going to alter these. The center one, I think we're going to keep the same. I'm going to drop them less. Maybe instead of dropping them 20, we drop them 15 or something. I want one more circle on here at least. I've got circle mad. Every map I do from now on is circles. Let's do another one. Yay, Faden! Can't touch this. Ooch, 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 ooch. Look at this super fast girl. And so we did 32, so this is going to be 40. It moved, but that's okay, because we know what's going on in the world now. We're going to drag this back, right there. Look at that. It is a thing of beauty. Am I going to do another one right there? I don't think I am. Oh God, now, oh shit. Alright. I'm gonna leave the thicknesses. No, I'm not. I'm going to adjust the thicknesses. I'm going to adjust the thicknesses first. And then I'm actually tempted to have them, you know, like a shock wave. I'm tempted to actually space them out more instead of evenly, which is a bit of a deviation from the original. This wasn't quite even spacing, was it? The last one I actually jumped down. Maybe we don't even space them. Like do a 3, do a 4, do a 5, do a 6, do a 7. As a time check, we've got at least 15 minutes to go. I'm having fun, so we're gonna go for 15 minutes. But so today we drew circles. Thank you. Thank you. I couldn't have done it without someone much smarter than I in the crowd. Alright, so if one is... So 8 inches. So 8 inches is literally, each one of these is an inch. So it's 8 inches across. This is beautiful. So this is going to start breaking my brain now. And 60 pixels. Hold on a sec. So hold on a sec. I'm bringing this back. So we've got 60 pixels across. And it was 8 inches, right? Okay, let's put this little puppy off to one side. That means the next circle would be 10 inches? Not 9, right? 10? Would that be right? No, so well, it's got to jump up 10, which would make it 18. Oh, look, it moved. It moved. You see that? The original didn't move. This one now did. Explain that. But it moved again. Hold on a minute. Why is it moving? Odd. Alright, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. And instead of making it 40, we'll make it 45. This could be fun. Alright. So we've got 45 and 18. And then that means the third one is going to be 45 minus 15, right? Yeah, so 30. And we're going to jump up another 2 inches on top of the 18. Okay, so we went 10, so we've got to do 12, so it's 30 this time, right? Why am I doing this to my brain? Look, it moved. It totally moved. I might turn this off here on the next one. Oh, it did it again. Oh, you feisty little thing. Oh, wow. Alright, this one then, okay, so what was this one? So that is 30 inches now and 30 pixels. 30 inches and 30 pixels. Alright, okay. So that means this one, and I've turned off the syncing now. So this is, we jumped up 10, we jumped up 12, we're jumping up 14, which makes this 44 by 44. No, it moved. It moved again. It's very recognizable, folks. And 30 pixels becomes 15 in width. Wow. Maybe we'll just zoom out a little bit here while Photoshop's being an absolute darling. So let me turn this one off. If we did it this way, with the circles getting further and further out, that could work, right? Let's hit save. Oh, in fact, that circle is right on the edge there too. Interesting. Could not save this format because the document exceeds 2 gig. 2 gig already? Yes, let's save as a PSB. Thank you very much. Peck says, Circle of Math. It's a dual course brought to you by Alyssa. It's a pass-fail class, really. Yes, it is. Watch when the teacher fails her own class. Yeah, Alex, I'm glad, Alex, that you're here to see Photoshop. Just like, oh, you want to make it larger? I'm going to move it. Why are you moving it? Don't move it. I didn't ask you to move it. I just asked you to resize it. I'm undecided. I kind of... What are your thoughts? Maybe I don't step them out 2 inches each time. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But that would mean I've got to be halfway, you know, like cutting in between them. And I don't want to do that, you know. I like them being lining up. Or do you think I'm overthinking it? This is actually going to be just fine because, you know, ultimately at the end of the day, it's replicating these circles here. This one we had 1, 2, 3. This was not visible. It was off the thing. So 1, 2, 3. We had 4 circles on it. This one we got 4 circles on it. We'll weather them. I can't think of, like, you know, masking the content in a very irregular way in any other way other than weathering. A little bit like weathering like a model tank or something, you know, on a diorama. That's just how I view it. I'm wondering if the lines need to be a smidge thicker. Not this one though, but like not dropping them 15, dropping them maybe... I kind of like the decrease between there and there. I think if I dropped it 10, it wouldn't be enough. Maybe I'm overthinking it. Maybe this is okay. Maybe this is okay. We got a lot more content to throw on this thing. It's not all about the circles. Doesn't matter what you say. It's not about the circles. Wait, Tarnished Knight, what? Once had a biology teacher claim that the nose was not part of the respiratory system? What? What do you think? I think that's okay. I'm tempted. I don't need that one to be fully on. I don't. I think it looks funny half cut off, but I don't. We're going to have to weather the thing anyway. Not all of the circle is going to show. I'm going to drop them into... this one I'm going to get rid of. We don't need it. And we could create our own circles now, can't we? Alright, let's drop that in a folder. We'll call it circles. Alright, so this is going to be called lines, I guess. And this is our background of awesomeness. This is where we're starting out. I have never used shapes so much in Photoshop. Ever. Ever. I am now going to be drawing all of my little teeny tiny buildings using Photoshop shapes. Let's see how that goes. But I said, I'm thinking from a production standpoint, you won't be able to know exactly what you want from the circles until you have the content on the map. I entirely agree with that. You'll then know how much space you need between them. I'm thinking exactly that, and for what we have, I think it's a great start. We have spent an hour and a half creating a bullseye. Not coloured. It's not a coloured bullseye. Don't get carried away. But it's a bullseye. Now, granted, the outer circle is chopped off. The bullseye isn't square in entirety. But we have not 1, not 2, not 3. We have 4 effing circles on this blue background created with a layer background fill thing. Professionals. This is my first professional stream. Alright, look everyone, I had fun, honestly, I had fun just drawing circles. So thank you so much for hanging out, and a special shout out to Julius, because couldn't have done it without you. Seriously, thank you all, thanks for hanging out. I'll see you on the next stream. Let's see how long I can resist working on this map again. I'm excited to be working on this one. See you on the next stream, and don't forget, Saturday, 11 o'clock Pacific time, 10 o'clock Pacific, 11 o'clock Pacific time, 2 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, Jonathan and I are on a show together, talking about something. Until then, everyone, love you. If you like the content, hit me up with a subscribe, maybe just nudge that like button a little bit, and I will see you all on the flip side. Good night, everyone.